Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Man, we out here. 33 years of prison stories, man. We out here. We making it happen. I'm making it happen for y'all right now. I'm on the fly, man. I'm over my auntie's house, so you know I'm not at home. So I'm making this video in her work area. So you know, that's the background or whatnot. And you may hear noise in the background because there's a lot of people here. You know, we were here celebrating my auntie's 69th birthday. So happy birthday to her. But, you know, I ain't had no content on tap, so I had to come to y'all and try to make this content and get it out to y'all. You know, I know y'all waiting on me, and I don't need y'all waiting on me. I need to be able to deliver y'all this positive energy. So, you know, but just by us congregating and being with family and everything, man, it just made me think about the family days in prison, man. And as I told y'all before, they started... and they was going on for a couple of years. I think I went through, a couple of years of them before they actually took them. You know, and I've been to them on different institutions. And it was always a good thing. It was always a beautiful thing, man, because you could usually get more people in for a visit than you normally could. You have more of them come in on a family day visit. And also, too, the people didn't have to be on the list. Back in the day, people had to be on the list to come into your visitation, but you know, when it was a family day, they didn't have to be on the list. They just had to provide, identification and whatnot. So it was a good thing, man. It was beautiful. They play music, it'd be like a cookout. They have hot dogs, hamburgers, tater chips, watermelon, whatever, I mean, small, simple things. But when you in the position that we were in, being incarcerated, being without your family, being able not to see certain people, it was a beautiful thing, man. It was I enjoyed each and every one of them, and I used to look forward to them until they took them. But the one that I just was thinking about today, just going through the things that we've been through, over the past yesterday and today, because we had a celebration yesterday and then it carried on into today. It just made me think about those things. So the one that I was thinking about was the one that we had on Greensville. And it was a crazy one, man, because, I think this was like my first one on Greensville. And I can remember, that's when I just told y'all the story, about the funky road. When, the sergeant tried to walk through there and ended up getting funky road and lost their mind. You know what I'm saying? So this was that same day now doing the actual family day visit. Like I say, it's different than a regular visit because you're not just in the visiting room. You could go out to the yard. You could walk back in the visiting room. People were walking in the gym because the gym is adjacent to the visiting room, and then the back door leads to the yard. So all of those areas, people were going back and forth. But for real, the gym was supposed to be off limits, right? But, this is prison, man. And this is, guys is seeing people they ain't seen in years. Guys is having opportunities that they didn't have in years. So dudes was really, really, cutting up on these Jones. They was trying to get how they live, man. And, understandable coming from our position. Dudes was trying to get it how they live, man, any way they could, take any advantage they could. You didn't have all the police right over top of you like you usually have in the visiting room, watching you. You isolated. You couldn't move. You couldn't do certain things in the visiting room. A family day visit afforded you more freedom. It afforded you more opportunities to do whatever it was that you was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You could walk around the yard holding your girl hand, or, you could play with your kids out in the yard, or, in the gym, or, different things like that. It was just a different type of setting that allowed you a lot of, opportunities that you wouldn't normally have. But you know, just like always, you know, it always take a brother to try to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes use these opportunities to try to get in things that they couldn't normally get in, because, like I said, you know, you always had people who had to be on a visitation list to get in. But when the family day came, you ain't had to be in the visitation list to get in. Some people might not have signed up to get in because they might have already been locked up. They might have already had a felony and they might not have got approved. So now on family day, this is their opportunity to come in and don't get no hassle about, you know, who they are, what they are, whatever. They can come in. Plus, if you do something on a visit, usually your visit gets suspended, you can't come back or whatever. So if you visit somebody on a regular basis, you know, you had to take that in consideration because you ain't want to lose your visit because you always come. But if you only coming from for a one shop stop, if you get in trouble or something and they lose your visit, it's like you ain't coming back anyway. So it won't no thing. So taking all of this in consideration, you know, you had a whole lot of goddamn flammery, tomfoolery, and skullduggery going on in these family days, man. Man, I seen a lot of things in family days. I mean, a lot of things. I seen women, you know, sneak in, you know, how, don't ask me how, but I seen women sneak in like, man, 10, 15. I remember this particular family day, man. This one white guy, man, he was a hustler though. He was a real live hustler. I'm not even gonna say his name. But he was a real live hustler. He was a flat-foot scrambler, man, this white guy. Man, his girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever she was to him, bruh, bruh, she brought in like 15, 20 bottles of those little airplane or refrigerator alcohol shots, like one shot, the little bottles, whatever you want to call them, I don't know what they is, but the little ones that got alcohol in them, like that they serve on the airplane and stuff. Man, she brought in like 15, 20 of them jokes. And and he in there getting John blazed. He in there drunk, man. You could see him, you know, because where I was, I could see he popping them Jones, hitting them, trying to throw them in the trash can where they couldn't see it or whatever, you know, or take them in the porta potty or put them in the bag in the trash can and keep putting them in the bag in the trash can, and then they'll go get the trash can, you know, and the bag and tie it up and then put it in a knot and take it to the porta potty and put it in the porta potty. So, you know, when the cleanup crew come, they wouldn't find it, you know what I'm saying? Then they get reported to the COs or whatever. But man, this cat was funky drunk, man. I mean, drunk. And they had to know it because you could smell it on him. I mean, he smelled like alcohol. That's how much he was drinking. He smelled like alcohol. He had 15, 20 bottles of them Jones. I don't know how she got that in, man. I can only imagine. But yeah, man, you had that going on. You had other dudes in there trying to get their sack, man. They trying to get them drugs up in there, man. Dudes is in there exchanging tennis shoes, getting their new Jordans on, they Carmelo Anthony's, and yeah, I mean, all types of stuff, man. It was just going down because, like I say, you have freedom to move around. You have freedom to not have the police over top of you. So I would assume that the major problem was the people coming in, how they searched them, how they pat them down, because they had to get back there. Once they get back there, you can rest assured it's an unwritten rule in prison, man. If your people come in there and they get it in, you do not let it go back out, no matter what. If you're gonna get caught, you're gonna get caught. If whatever you got to do, the written rule, you do not let them go back out with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if they get it in, man, dudes gonna try their best to get it. They gonna do everything they possibly can to get that joint in their hands. And man, it was going on in there, man. I mean, I seen dudes, because you know dudes, and I know them. You know what I'm saying? They walking around there. And you seen them when we came over there. You know them from the yard, and then they walking around in the family day zone, and you can look and see this cat got on some brand new Jordans, and his visitor got on some old beat up shoes, and you know, because you been locked up, you know they his shoes, so you know they done pulled the switch up. You know already, like, man, you know what I'm saying? And man, Now, all of that's going on at the same time, but you know what the number one commodity is. Everybody in there, they trying to get their freak on. Everybody's in there with their girl. They ain't like, man, forget family day. They want their girl to come up there, not the whole family, whatever, because they trying to get it on. They trying to do what they can do. Man, they trying to go on porta potties. They trying to go up in that in the gym and get up under them bleachers. Man, they trying to do wherever the COs is not at, that's what they trying to get so they can get their freak on. And it's understandable, dudes are sexually oppressed in there, you know what I'm saying? So if this is an opportunity, they gonna take it. And then they also looking at it like, man, if I get caught and they take my visit, I mean, it's two ways there. Number one, they gonna say it's worth it, you know what I'm saying, without a shadow of a doubt. Number two, they gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, well, this one shot Joe anyway. Shorty don't be coming see me all the time. You know what I'm saying? I got her up there. You got dudes, some dudes are paid. They done paid for a woman to come up there. You know what I'm saying? That was going on when I was in the wall, man. Even in regular visitation in the wall, 500 Spring Street, you had dudes that had prostitutes coming in there, and they would come on demand. You know what I'm saying? They would come on demand. They've already been, paid to come up in there, or they gonna get paid when they in there. So they would come on demand. So you had dudes doing that too. They was finding, women to come up in there, and they was paying them to come in there. So if they did get caught and they did get tore off, and they, won't be able to come back no more, it was of no consequence to them, because they won't coming back anyway. And the dude, on his behalf, he's looking at it like, man, I'm going to jail for this. I'm going to jail for this. Out of all the things I could go to jail for, I'm going to jail for this. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was, man. So it was crazy. And I can remember this particular family day too, because it was another dude that I had knew on the street, and he was in there, and his family came to see him. Now, when his family came to see him, man, they actually had one of the nieces or something, like his sister's daughter. And, she had been born since I've been locked up, so I didn't know her. But now at the time, she's like a teenager. She's probably like 17, 18 years old. And she's in there. And like I say, dudes is roaming around freely or whatnot. And man, they had these two younger dudes that was locked up, probably 20 years old, 19. And man, they was at her, man, because like I say, you ain't got to stay with your people on these family days. You can actually move around. So they was at her, man, and they had her in the gym, and one dude was talking to her in particular, and I could remember seeing her, and I locked that in my mind. I'm like, that's such and such people. And I knew, and they in that gym, I already know what they trying to do. They trying to go up under them bleachers, you know what I'm saying, and get it in. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. And I can remember when we was in, I go back out on the yard, so I'm up on the yard, and I'm on the yard, and I see dude who I know them as people, so I'm like letting them know, I'm like, look, man, your little niece up in the gym with such and such, right? And he was like, what? I said, yeah. He was like, man, she grown. She grown. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, she grown, man. She got a baby already. He said, I ain't getting in the way of that. Is that what she want to do? That what she can do? I was like, man, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't have been mine. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this dude's trying to, but man, I just couldn't have been me. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't care. You know what I'm saying? He ain't care, and that was enough for me. I left it alone. I ain't get involved. You know what I'm saying? I remember when all was said and done, it was all over. I can remember it was crazy because two of the dudes, the same two dudes that I seen them with, later on the yard, a week or something later, yeah, they said it went down. Yeah, they said it went down. I was like, what? Yeah, they was like it went down. And then since I've been out, I've seen that particular girl who's now a grown full woman. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing her since I've been on the street. And when I seen her, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Oh, I remember you. You was young. You was in that visit room. That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was just crazy. But hey, it's prison, you know what I'm saying? And she was young, she was doing what she wanted to do. Them dudes was most definitely appreciative of whatever they, you know what I'm saying, was able to talk her out of, negotiate her out of, or whatever. But it was a crazy situation, man. But man, dudes was going in the porta potty, with their girl. They was taking turns. They was holding each other down. Yeah, I said that. The porta potty. with the smell, it didn't matter because, like I say, the urge and the need was greater than the ambiance and greater than all that. And then this is the only opportunity that you got. It ain't like you can go to a Holiday Inn. It ain't like you can do none of that. So you have to take what you can get. So they was lined up for the porta potty, and I knew to some extent that people knew what was going on. They had to know what was going on because of the way it was moving. Man, the porta potty line was 20, 30 deep. You know what I'm saying? And then dudes get mad if you staying in there a long time. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? But what it was the dudes was acting like they was in the line to use the porta potty, or either they was in the line with their girl so they could let their girl use the porta potty, and they guard for it. And they watching out for them so wouldn't nobody go in there. So when you see the couples in the line for the porta potty, the police is roaming around, but all the time they would act like when somebody went in the porta potty, the other dude would act like another dude would step up and stand right there like my girl in there waiting on my girl. But actuality it's a couple already in there. Then the next couple would rotate and do the same thing. When the couple went in there, the other one would stand right there, or he would step up and act like I'm waiting on my girl. You know what I'm saying? Or boom, I'm waiting on my dude. But all the time it was two people in there, man, and yeah, the porta potty was rocking, man. Porta potty was getting it in. Yeah, porta potty was getting it in, man. It was not a game, man. This is a once in a blue moon shot, man, that you got. Cause at that time they won't having family days, but like once a year. You know what I'm saying? And this particular family day was crazy too, because on this particular family day as well, what's the name was supposed to come and perform? Because usually they'll have live music. Sometimes they'll have the prison band come in there and perform. But oftentimes they done had people come in and perform as well. This time in particular, man, everybody was hyped about the joint. That's why everybody was telling their family to come, this, that, and the third, because it was rumored that they was going to try to get Mr. Dalvin and Devontae in there from Jodeci, right? From Jodeci. And now let me explain to you, this is why this was possibility of happening. Devontae and Mr. Dalvin's uncle was actually an inmate on Greensville. He was actually an inmate on Greensville. Their brother was him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he had tried to set up, he had stacks and stacks of pictures of Devontae and Mr. Dalvin, Casey and JoJo too, all of them when they was growing up, when they was coming up through the ranks and they was doing this, doing that, and the third. And on top of that, his sister actually visited him on, I ain't gonna say a regular basis. Yeah, well, you could say a regular basis, but not a weekly basis, but a regular basis. She would come and see him at least once, twice a month. You know what I'm saying? Which is considered regular in penitentiary if you can get, visits like that on a regular. So, yeah, man, she used to come and see him and everything, and it was crazy. But that was actually Mr. Dalvin and Devontae's uncle. And he was trying to get him to come in there. Not only to sing, but also to talk to the inmates or whatever, but they was supposed to talk and perform or whatever. But something fell through with that, and they didn't end up showing up, right? But then they said that they was going to reschedule them, but they never did. They never came, to the best of my knowledge. Now, I do know one time they came in the visiting room on a regular visiting day to visit him with their mother. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes would come out, oh man, we seen such in the visiting room. Oh man, Mr. Yeah, Joe to see them was in the visiting room. It was crazy. It was crazy. I can remember when KC was messing with Mary J. Blige. And man, he had pictures of Mary J. Blige and KC them at fast food restaurants, at the crib, just like everyday regular pictures that normal society would not see because it was private. But he had them, you know what I'm saying? He actually had them Jones. But yeah, that was a crazy situation. But like I say, they never came. But that visiting room, man, that visiting day, that family day right there, man, was crazy with all of the activities that was going on. All of the craziness, the chaos, the scheming, the flammery, the larceny, the skullduggery, the trickery, everything trying to be moving. It's a crazy atmosphere to be in, man. when you seeing all these different moving parts and you know everybody moving for a certain reason, everybody scheming, everybody plotting, everybody, you know, is watching, the police is watching, everybody is trying to block, everybody is trying to, you know what I'm saying, protect the other person to keep, it's just, it's some stuff that you would not understand unless you actually in it. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen like those, like, I don't know, I'm thinking in my mind, like, I remember I watched a lot of movies. I'm a movie guy. I watched the old movie. I remember the old movie, This Thing, where they got all of this con stuff going on and everybody is doing this and doing this, everybody playing a part, but don't nobody know exactly what the other people that's not within it don't know what's going on. That's how I'm trying to explain the way the situation is with y'all. Y'all would not understand it when you could see all these moving parts in it. You would just think that you actually in there if you wasn't a part of what was going on. They're like, oh, this is nice, or this was going on. What? Man, it's stuff going on. It's traffic going here, there. It's stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Right up under your nose and right up under the police nose. You know, but also the movie, I think it's called Focus, that I seen since I've been out here with Will Smith. It's about con and flim flam and, you know, and skullduggery and all of that. Watch that movie. All the things that's going on, they are the only ones who are hip to what's going on. The general public or the people that is being portrayed on, they have no clue. They don't know what's going on. So people who was actually in the visiting rooms, who actually see their family and actually have a good time with their family and enjoy their family, they their family would not have a clue of what's going on. But the people who came in there with an agenda, who came in there with something to do, they can look and see like, man, this is crazy. And all of the convicts, and we're convicts, I ain't gonna say all the inmates, but all of the convicts can see everything right in their eyes. It's like plain sight to them. It's, you know what I'm saying? They can understand. They can see the moves. Like, wow, they doing that? Ooh, oh, what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they put thoughts in your head. You know what I'm saying? And then always after the family day, then you got to go through the other things. You got to go through the shakedown to get out. You got to be strip searched or whatever. So how they getting it back, man? Dudes got ways, man. Those are things that I can't tell y'all about, but they got ways. You know what I'm saying? And it's a chaotic, crazy, what's the word? I heard the word before that I want to use. It's like organized chaos going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like organized chaos because it's organized, but it's chaotic. You know what I'm saying? But it's just going on right in front of you, and you don't even know what's happening, man. It's like a magic trick, and the police trying to catch you, and you trying to get away. It's cat and mouse. It's cat and mouse, man. You trying to see how far you can go, and the police trying to be there to bust you in case you know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. But just having this time around my family, man, and enjoying this stuff, it just brought back those days about family day, being around this amount of family, laughing, eating, you know, just having fun, dancing, playing music, you know, talking and reminiscing. It's reminiscing of them days, man, because, you know, like I said, I was in prison longer than I was on the street. So all of this type of stuff, man, it's just beautiful to me. I enjoy it, man. I appreciate it. I'm humbled by it. I'm glad that I could be around my family and my loved ones and try to enjoy life, man, you know, because coming from where I came from, man, this won't guarantee. So I'm humbled and I'm happy, man. But that's just to give y'all a little idea about some of the things that I've seen and witnessed in family days. I've been to a few of them, and yeah, it was always eventful. So it was most definitely always eventful, and always good for me because I always saw a lot of my family. And I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah. Me, I was too nervous person, man. I couldn't stand to lose a visit because my visits was everything to me. So yeah, I was basically a square when it came to that because I won't take them type of chances, man. And I didn't want to put my family in harm's way or my peoples or whoever was coming to see. I didn't want to put them in harm's way, and then I didn't want to be, you know, taken away from my business because I knew how much my business meant to me. And when you take them away, then I'm a different animal. You know what I'm saying? So I needed it. It was therapy to me. It was, you know, therapeutic, and I couldn't risk it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, crazy times, man, happening doing family visits, man. Family day visits, man. So just wanted to drop that on y'all, man. TBP, man, we on the road to 100K, man. Let's get there, man. Let's get there. We 2 years into this thing, man. We should be throwing straight right hands and boom, 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 hooking off the jab and all of that, man. We should be getting it. And I know we gonna get there, man. So y'all stay locked in, man. I'm gonna stay locked in, and we gonna make it happen. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about what we got going on over here, man. Positive energy only. This a family affair over here. We love each other. TBP, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Love each other. Support each other. And let's get this movement cranked up, man. And y'all hit me in the comments, man. Hit the like button. Hit me in the comments. Talk to me, because I talk back. You understand me? And let's get this thing jumping, man. And let me know if y'all want to know some more family days, some more events out there about what goes on, what don't go on, how it go down. And I got you, man. Y'all be safe out there. Be smart. Make good decisions, man. And always boom, 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 duck, boom, 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 duck, damn hooks, baby. Peace.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.